Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi semua. Rasa seperti dah lama saya tak bersiaran dan pagi ini anda akan ditemani oleh saya, moderator anda Juliana. Bagi anda yang setia bersama kami, terima kasih kami ucapkan, dan kepada yang mungkin baru sahaja mengikuti siri webinar pemantapan OKU Selangor, terima kasih sekali lagi daripada saya. Dan diam tak diam, kita semakin menghampiri ke tahun baru. Sangat sekejap. Dan tinggal beberapa siri sahaja lagi daripada kami. But sebelum tu saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat Hari Natal buat semua rakan-rakan yang menyambutnya. Siri pemantapan OKU Selangor merupakan sebuah program dengan kerjasama Majlis Tindakan OKU Selangor MTOS, berangkumi siri pembangunan kendiri, siri keusahawanan digital dan juga siri pemantapan kerjaya yang turut menginklusifkan golongan kelainan upaya. Dan topik yang bakal kita bincangkan pada hari ini merupakan elemen pembangunan kerjaya, iaitu pemformatan laporan pantas menggunakan pemproses kata, iaitu word processor. Tapi sebelum itu, perkenalkan rakan-rakan strategik kami yang masih utuh mendukung hasrat murni UPO, Majlis Tindakan OKU Selangor MTOS, juga Jabatan Komunikasi Corporate EYTM serta Malaysian Federation of the Deaf. Terima kasih dan tanya. Baiklah, untuk semua seperti kebiasaannya, kerana kami prihatin dengan kesejahteraan anda, izinkan saya membuat sedikit taklimat keselamatan dalam talian. Dr. Ana, can you see my slide?
Can't see anything yet.
How about now?
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, cool. Alright, untuk semua sila pastikan posisi kedudukan anda dalam keadaan ergonomik, kerusi ataupun tempat duduk anda dalam keadaan yang selesa dan pastikan tiada kerosakan. Setkan pencahayaan di skrin laptop atau telefon bimbit dalam mod yang sederhana, iaitu moderate, dan amalkan tips 20-20-20 di mana setiap 20 minit anda bersama kami, alihkan pandangan anda kepada objek di jarak 20 kaki dan fokuskan penglihatan anda selama 20 saat dan kemudian kembali bersama kami. Dan setkan tahap bunyi laptop atau telefon bimbit 50% daripada kapasiti bunyi maksima, terutamanya apabila anda menggunakan headphone ataupun earphone. Dan terakhir sekali, lakukan senaman stretching dari semasa ke semasa. Buat pengetahuan semua, selepas 1 jam, maafkan saya, kita bersiaran, kita akan rehat selama 10 minit dan seterusnya memberi peralihan jurubahasa isyarat. Dan seperti kebiasaannya, pakar jurubahasa isyarat kita dari Malaysian Federation of the Deaf pada jam pertama akan diketuai oleh Puan Hafidah. Good morning Puan. Dan manakala pada jam yang kedua akan diwakili oleh Puan Haryanti. Baiklah, speaker jemputan kita pada hari ini bukanlah seorang yang asing lagi, dan hari ini merupakan jemputan yang ketiga, dan perkongsian Dr. Prasanna pada hari ini lebih kepada seperti yang telah saya nyatakan pada awal episod kita, pemformatan laporan pantas menggunakan pemproses kata, iaitu word processor. Dan saya sendiri akui walaupun hampir saban hari bekerja dengan Microsoft Word, tapi masih banyak lagi fungsi-fungsi yang saya sendiri tidak aware. Sedikit pengenalan dari saya. Buat mereka yang tidak mengenali Dr. Prasanna, izinkan saya membuat sedikit pengenalan dalam bahasa Inggeris. She is the head of Information Technology Services at Institute of Continuing Education and Professional Studies, ISEPS, especially known for her work in designing model, process and interface for online learning environments. So get ready guys, Dr. Ana will start her engine and to share with us the tips and tricks to work with Microsoft Word. So Dr. Ana, the microphone is yours, Dr. Ana.
Hi, good morning all.
Morning.
Okay, let me share my screen first.
Sure, Dr. Ana. Lupa nak tanya khabar, Dr. Ana.
Yeah, I'm fine, doing great. Can you see my screen?
Sure, Dr. Ana.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome all to the webinar on quick report formatting using Word. So why we called it as quick, because most of us, semua antara kita tahu bagaimana menggunakan Microsoft Word. It's just that bagaimana kita akan menggunakannya dengan pantas untuk membuat sesuatu laporan. So this webinar is focusing on that. So in between, if you have any questions, you can post it in our question sessions, and saya akan cuba jawab towards the somewhere in the middle or towards the end. Ju, you can just pick up and interrupt me in between. So if they have any questions related what I'm showing.
Will do, Dr. Anna. Sure, will do.
Okay, so let's see what I'll be covering today. So basically, this is on Word. So my focus will be on how you want to prepare a report using Word. So first, I will show you some Word plugins that you can install to make your writing quite quick and easy. And then I will go into the setup features, how you want to set up your documents, and how you want to use the styles list, especially when you want to do numbering in your headings. And then if you have a page, a document, how you're going to break it into pages and also sessions. And some other features like auto corrections, how you want to change the layout. So most of the students usually struggle when they have one whole list of document, they want to change the page orientation in the middle. So maybe you have 10 pages, you want to change one of it to the landscape mode. So I will show how you can do it using Word today, and also how you want to do auto captions, how you want to use equations in the reports. And finally, I will show you how you want to create a table of content automated in Microsoft Word. So this is basically a basic outline. So when I'm going through, if you have any questions, I will cover more as according to the request by the students. Okay, come, let's go in and look into Word. Okay, so this is Microsoft Word, and obviously all of you might be using a different version. Don't worry. Basically, Word uses basic functions are same. The only difference is the versions that you're using will be slightly different. Okay, when you want to start writing or preparing for your documents, there's two important plugins that you need to have in your Word as a student. First will be for your grammars. Okay, most of the time what I encounter is students have problem in their grammars. So when you write, how good you are, you might have some issues with your spelling and also grammars. So you want to overcome the issue. That means you don't want to have any headache thinking about how you want to do the proofreading for your documents, especially those of you doing thesis, final year thesis. Grammarly will be one of the important tools, plugins that you can have. So this need to be installed inside your Microsoft Word. So I will just run quickly how you do that. Okay, when you go to your search and type grammarly.com, okay, it will require you a simple login. So once you have logged in using your existing account, you can use your Gmail account to log in, and you will get this particular dashboard. So here you can see your account status. Okay, you have your account status, your profile, and go back again. To Grammarly. Okay. So you can see this is the web version. Okay, this is the web version. So when you click on apps, you will see that you have Grammarly for Microsoft Office, Grammarly for Windows, Grammarly for Chrome. So how this works is when you install and activate all, it will automatically detect in all your Office applications, so including your Microsoft Word, so for your Windows and also for Chrome. So Chrome is important, especially if you're working on any editors you're working. It can also help you to autocorrect, especially when you want to do an email, send an email. You can also use Grammarly. Once you have installed, it will automatically detect any spelling and also grammatical error. Okay, Grammarly is free to use as basic.
Thank you. Baru nak tanya.
Grammarly is free to use as a basic. Basic meaning that anyone can install Grammarly and you can use for basic grammar and spelling checking. So basic. Kalau kita nak buat premium, okay, there comes the premium. So when you have a premium that you want to do a plagiarism check, you want to have word choices, you want to replace your wording with another wording, all that require a premium. Okay, premium, which is the paid version. But for beginning as a student, as for anyone, I will suggest you start with this, because this will give you a spelling free, grammar free, and punctuation free errors. So this is perfect for you to start with. So kalau anda student nak start something new, especially for your writing, academic writing, this will be perfect. So once you have installed macam tadi, you have clicked and installed all of it, so you will notice that it will be activated under Grammarly. A new tab will be installed here. And when you want to start your document, you can just start with open Grammarly. So when you open, you will see here the premium. So this is the one, it is, you can't get the premium updates because you're not using a premium account. So as a basic account, you can get some issues related on your grammar, spelling, and punctuation. You can get that. So for sample, just hang on. Okay. So when you do an error, it automatically give you a suggestion whether you want to move to which one. We know this is grammatical mistake, but Grammarly will give you the correct grammar. So Grammarly will be useful, especially for your writing. For those of you doing thesis, this is perfect. You can just install it and use it. So if you have any issues, let's say you're not sure how to do it, I do have a site that you can check on how to install Grammarly. Just hang on. Okay. And you can see under videos, just hang on. Okay, when you scroll, you can see on Grammarly, there will be a video on detail how to do it. So you can check it out later on this. Okay, so this is how you do it. You can just go in and start to install, and it will be activated in everything. So example, you see I have installed in my Chrome, and Grammarly is there in my Chrome. So once you're done, you will have it here. So this one you can control. Why the control is important? So if you're doing a bahasa, or any other language, Grammarly will be a bit annoying if you start it open or enable Grammarly. So I will suggest if you're doing non-English documents, just close Grammarly. So this is only should be enabled when you're working on English language based documentation or reporting. So if you're working on something that is not related to English, just disable it first. Okay, so this is one. The second one that I want to introduce is on the referencing. Most of the times, students complain that they have difficulty doing the referencing for their reports. So when you do referencing for the report, most of the time you use APA format, you will use IEEE, depending on the format that is required in your report. So when you want to do that reference, you tend to do manual. Some of them tend to do manually. So manually is a bit difficult if you ask me, because if you have 10 references, it's okay. What if you have 100 of references, especially for your thesis? Then it'll be a bit difficult. So another tool that is freely available, it is what called as Mendeley. Similar to Grammarly, is free. So if you want to install Mendeley, you have to go to Mendeley.
Dr. Ana, my apology to interrupt. Do you mind if masa Dr. Ana nak tunjukkan step di words, Dr. Ana boleh zoom sedikit sebab mungkin ada viewers kita ada masalah penglihatan dan tak boleh nak berapa nampak slide.
You mean the word,
maknanya Dr. Ana boleh zoom masa Dr. Ana nak tunjukkan steps? Because this is memang dah paling besar kan slide pada Dr. Ana kan?
Okay, just hang on. You mean this one, is it? The zoom the
betul. Maknanya masa mungkin Dr. Ana nak, sebab dia minta besarkan sedikit slide, tapi kita faham this is the orang kata the biggest kan.
Okay, I will check on that sebab zoom kan?
I think mungkin zoom saja yang boleh selesaikan masalah.
Okay, let me try to zoom it, but I think it only
mungkin boleh macam ni mungkin.
Tapi saya rasa isu dia ialah they can't see the top menu, right?
I think semua.
Okay, can. I think the word, I think I can zoom it, no problem.
Yeah, okay.
But the top, it'll be a bit difficult. Okay. So okay, let's go back to where we stop. So on the reference part, so referencing kalau kita nak add as a plugin, so we have to go to the Mendeley and download Mendeley desktop. And there will be an instruction to download. So once you download, then you just install the Word plugin that is available for Microsoft Word. So once you have enabled, it will be like this. Okay, so when you want to do installation, of course, they will ask you to enter or create the username. So please create the username and make sure that you remember the username and password. Then it will be activated in your Word as a plugin. So these two plugins are important as a student, where that if you're doing any report writing, this will be very useful. So I will show you how to use it when we go in detail throughout the training. So this is the first part to get prepared your document. Install the plugins first. So once you install, the next thing what we will be doing is kita akan set up your document. So why is it setup important? When you do printing, especially when you do any printing, the setup will contribute to the print. So if your original setup for your document is letter, then when you print, it will be an issue for the formatting. So for that purpose, I will suggest student to click on layout, size of the document. By default, it will be a letter. And when you see here, there will be an option for A3, B4, A4. So because your document need to be printed on A4, click on A4. So you notice that your page size will be changing. I repeat, under layout, size, change to A4. Okay, this is first. Second thing that you need to do is you need to change the margin. So the margin usually given in the report requirement, custom margin, and you change your margin here. Some students, they say that their margin in cm, not inches, some in inches, some in cm. So this can be controlled whereby the sizes, whether you're using in inches, whether you're using in cm, is actually available under File, Option, so when you click at File Option, so these are the overall setting for the document. So if you have any issues related with the sizing of that you want to use, you can see here, it is available here. So you click on Advanced, you scroll down slowly, and under Display, you can see an option Show Measurements in Unit. So if you change this to cm, then you have cm. Because some reports, the measurement is given in cm, some given in inches. So this is depending on the requirement that you get. So if the requirement is all in cm, then you just change it to centimeter. If it's in inches, you can just leave it as default. Okay, so just cancel it. So this is to set up your margin. So once you set up the margin and also size, now the document is ready for you to enter the info that is needed. So most of the time I tell my students, when you're working on the document, try to save it. Because if you don't save, you won't have the latest version available if anything happened. So if possible, try to save it. Okay, so now we are done with that. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to set up the format of fonts and also sizes that we want to use throughout the document. Okay, what usually we do is we will do like this. We will do introduction, and then we will highlight. Every time we want to do, we will go to home, we will bold it, change the size, Times New Roman. So we will do one by one. So what happened is this will consume your time. Every time you want to do a specific writing, you will write, you will change. You will write, you change. So it takes a lot of time. So what usually I suggest, use the styles that is available in your document. So what does the style does is it will automatically format your entire document for your wordings inside. So it will decide on the fonts, the style you want to use, the spacing that you want to use for specific headings or content. Okay, normal is the content of the entire document. So kalau kita klik normal, normal maksudnya entire document menggunakan normal. So any formatting you use, once you enter, it becomes normal, and normal will be a default setting that you want to use. So how you change the setting of default? Sebab default kat sini sekarang adalah this. This is your default setting. This is your type of font and size for default setting. But this is not what we want sebab kebanyakan report default setting dia adalah Times New Roman or Arial 12. So what we do, we right click on the style, normal, modify, di bawah format. First, kita akan tukar font. Font apa yang kita nak guna untuk entire document? Adakah Arial or Times New Roman? So if you're using Arial, look for Arial. If you want to use Times New Roman, look for Times New Roman. Regular, 12. And by default, the color will be black. So this is the display, how your entire document is going to look like. Okay. Next, paragraph. Okay. Most of the times when you do your typing, when you enter in between paragraph, you will have some space that you can't control. So apabila kita tulis dokumen, ada satu space yang kadang-kadang kita tak boleh control in between the paragraph. So this is because dalam setting default, dalam paragraph, dia ada some spacing that is already set. So what we're going to do is we're going to reformat back. So meaning that any default font that you're going to use, entire document need to be justified. Justify maksudnya tepi sebelah kanan dengan kiri straight, justify. So entire text body. And spacing before and after adalah kosong. And line spacing kita boleh set kalau kita nak 1.5. So once you're done, okay. Okay. So what happened is automatically your normal setting, wherever you are, pergilah kat mana-mana, klik, it uses Times New Roman 12. So one, it will save your time. Tak payah nak klik pada font, size dan font setiap kali kita nak buat. So that is one. So every time you do, any format you do, so like example, let's say this is a bigger format. So when you enter, okay, when you go to any part below, you will see that back to normal size. So the normal font size and the type is what you set as a normal. So when you highlight, everything you set as normal, it goes back to normal setting. So this is for you to set the normal. So next thing that we want to do is we want to set all the headings. So what is heading? Heading adalah tajuk-tajuk yang kita akan gunakan dalam dokumen. So most of the time, if you're writing, let's do a simple layout for your document. So kita akan buat a simple layout. Okay. Selalunya kita akan ada front cover. Selepas front cover, mungkin you akan ada abstract. Okay. So after abstract, you will have a table of content. Then you have introduction. let's say okay, let's say this is the basic layout that we want to use. Okay, so you have a front cover, you have an abstract, you have table of content, you have introduction as chapter 1. Then you have literature review as chapter 2. Okay, this is a simple layout document, so the overall document. So most of the time, what we as a student or student do is they put front cover, different file, abstract, different file, table of content, different file, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, semua dalam page-page yang lain. Why? Because they have problem 1 on numbering, page numbering. 2, they have issues having everything in one, very difficult for them to navigate. So all this we will solve by using the automated format using Microsoft Word now. So if let's say this is the format, so we will decide on the type of heading we will use. So if you see the first type of heading we have is adalah heading-heading yang tanpa nombor. Tanpa nombor maksudnya abstract, table of content, reference, semua tidak menggunakan numbering. So this will be heading type 1. Dan heading type 1 semuanya akan menggunakan let's say Times New Roman. Dan katakanlah dia menggunakan 12. Dan dia menggunakan bold. Okay, and most importantly dia adalah all caps. All caps maksudnya.
Dr. Ana, sorry, ada soalan daripada Miss Nurul Syafinas. Madam, if, after kita copy from other sources, contohnya artikel daripada website or ada PDF form, format yang kita dah set tu akan lari ke?
Okay. So katalah bila artinya dia copy daripada other document, right?
Betul.
So example you copy from here, right? So
yeah.
Copy. So bila you bawa sini, like example I come here. When you paste, there's few options.
Yeah.
So you have to use merge formatting. Merge formatting adalah dia akan mergekan format daripada sana kepada format yang kita guna sekarang.
Cool.
So kalau kita guna macam ni contohlah kan. Dia kadang-kadang kalau you copy paste, ni sebab saya dah merge format. So katalah saya ambil satu sampel. Okay, saya paste terus. So bila saya paste terus, dia akan ambil format yang kita guna di dalam dokumen asal.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to paste it as, bila kita paste tu, kita kena paste, ada banyak option. So paste, kita tengok kat sini. Destination, keep source formatting atau merge. Selalunya saya galakkan student menggunakan merge. So bila merge, dia akan merge ke dalam.
Alright.
Okay. So now we go back to here. So kita sedang mengenal pasti heading-heading yang akan digunakan di dalam dokumen. So bagaimana kita tahu heading apa? Ialah dengan kenal pasti layout of your document. So kita sekarang tahu abstract ke atas akan menggunakan heading 1, heading type 1. Dan Times New Roman 12 bold all caps. Table of content pun sama, dia akan menggunakan format yang sama. Okay, apa lagi yang akan menggunakan heading 1? Sebab heading 1 ni no number. No number dalam macam contoh 1.0, 2.0 memang tak ada. So memang kita akan menggunakan no number for heading. Okay, dan mana lagi yang akan menggunakan format yang sama adalah reference. Referencing akan juga menggunakan heading yang sama di mana dia tak ada nombor heading, Times New Roman, 12, bold and all caps. Okay, next kita masuk kepada detail. So next kita akan menggunakan heading style yang lain di mana heading 2 dan heading 2 ni ada heading numbers di mana dia akan menggunakan 1.0 ataupun dia akan menggunakan 2.0, 3.0. So this is the heading numbers you will use. Times New Roman, 12, bold, dan sama juga dia akan menggunakan all caps. Semua ni akan menggunakan heading yang sama. Okay, so let's say dalam topic 1 kita ada 1.1. Okay, let's say we have like this. So this is your heading and you have subheading. So for subheading we will use heading number 3 and there's heading number and it's Times New Roman, 12, bold, tapi dia bukan all caps. Dia adalah title case. So di mana hanya yang first wording akan di capitalkan, yang lain semua adalah huruf besar. Yang first tu, yang lain semua tak. So then we will use the same thing here. Okay, this is important student. This is important because kalau tak ada kerangka ni, then it's very difficult for you to visualize. Sebab tu saya terpaksa tulis macam ni supaya anda boleh lihat apa yang kita akan buat. So kita akan ada front cover, kita akan ada abstract, kemudian kita ada table of content dan kita ada chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 dan sebagainya, dan dalam tu kita akan ada subtopics. Okay, this is really important to have. Kena ada. Okay, so what we will do is now we will set our headings. So heading 1. So tengok heading 1, right click, kita akan modify. So heading 1 will not have any heading number. Okay, fine. Dia menggunakan Times New Roman. So kita akan pergi pada format, font, Times New Roman, regular 12, hitam, and nampak di sini all caps?
Yeah.
Enable all caps. And pastikan dia adalah bold lah sebab kita dah cakap all caps bold. Alright. So why we doing this is every time you do the heading, anda tak perlu buat setting dia balik. So bila kita set je sebagai heading 1, dia akan ikut semua format yang kita dah set untuk heading 1. So that is the purpose of having the setting earlier. So dia akan ambil masa sikit untuk set, tapi bila kita dah set, template ni boleh guna pakai for your thesis nanti. Okay?
Tak tunggu.
So ambil masa, memang ambil masa. Tapi once you done, then after that will be easier for you. Tak payah nak pening tentang format. Student selalunya, dia buat dulu baru dia buat format. So that is wrong. Buat formatting dulu baru you tulis. Okay. So, done. Okay. Sekarang kita pergi pada paragraph. There's 2 controller you need to set every time in styles. Yang wajib di set adalah satu font, satu lagi styles. Kenapa? Sebab styles ni selalunya ada extra spacing. Kita kena control. Okay, justify 001.5. Okay. Nampak tukar? Nampak beza di antara heading 1 dengan heading 2. Dia dah tukar.
Ya. Nampak.
So heading 2 sama juga kita akan buat sekarang. Heading 2 format. Okay, tengok heading 2 apa yang kita akan buat ialah heading 2 sama juga. Okay. Format, font, Times New Roman, bold 12, hitam, all caps. Okay. Paragraph, justified. So 1.5. Okay. Tengok berubah. Okay, mana heading 3? Heading 3 tak ada. Kenapa tak ada? Selagi kita tak activate heading 2, heading 3 tak keluar.
Macam mana activate tadi?
Okay. Selagi kita tak activate heading 2, artinya kita tak guna pun heading 2. Kenapa nak guna heading 3 kan? Logically.
Yeah.
So selagi kita tak enable dalam dokumen heading, dia tak akan visible. Contoh, sekarang kita ada heading 3 tapi kita belum guna lagi. Heading 4 memang tak keluar. So sekarang kita letak cursor kat sini, katalah saya nak activate heading 3 sekarang. So saya letak cursor, saya activate heading 3, then heading 4 akan keluar.
Okay, got your point.
So heading akan muncul di style apabila kita menggunakan dia.
Alright.
By default dia hanya akan bagi heading 1, heading 2. So kalau heading 2 kita tak guna, heading 3 tak akan appear.
Okay, noted.
So sekarang kita akan buat heading 3. Heading 3 di sini ialah, kalau you tengok heading 3, heading 3 Times New Roman bold tapi dia bukan all caps, just title case kan. So right click, modify, format, font. Kita buat Times New Roman bold 12. Okay, jangan enable all caps lah sebab this is not all caps. Okay. Format, paragraph, justify 0 spacing, 1.5 line spacing. Okay. Okay. So you see here, heading 1 semua capital, heading 2 semua capital, heading 3 dia bukan all capital. Okay, so this is how you set the styles. So mudah sahaja nak set styles. All you have to do is, I repeat again, right click, modify, and there's 2 modification need to be done. One is the font, another one is paragraph. So bagaimana kita nak tahu style dia ialah apabila kita tahu layout kita macam mana. So layout ni bergantung kepada requirement. So kalau student buat thesis, requirement dia adalah berlainan. So bergantung kepada requirement, kita akan setkan dia punya page, kita akan setkan font and also the style for the fonts kita akan set. Okay, Ju, ada apa-apa soalan daripada student?
By far semua masih tekun, termasuklah saya.
Is my speed okay?
Okay, clear nampak. You are doing a good job dengan membesarkan fonts. Better.
Okay. Okay, so sekarang kita dah set styles. So kita dah buat page setup, kita dah buat styles. Okay, next yang kita nak buat ialah kita nak buat numbering untuk heading. So numbering untuk heading ni kita nak automate. So apabila kita nak automate, kita kena buat multi-level list. So multi-level list adalah listing yang kita akan guna untuk heading. So student apabila dia tambah subtopik dalam chapter, kadang-kadang numbering tu dia kena buat manually. So this is a bit tedious. So kalau kita nak automate the numbering, di mana setiap kali you tambah in between, automatically dia akan tukar numbering sebelum dan selepas. So this is possible only if you use multi-level list. So kat mana kita set multi-level list? Ialah di dalam paragraph, di home, home, klik pada home tab dan kita ada satu option paragraph. So di paragraph, kalau anda tengok ada box-box yang kecil ke atas, first ada bullet, okay. Then bila you bawa dekat the third box, dia ada multi-level list. So bila kita klik multi-level list, ada satu option define new multi-level list. So saya akan buat define new multi-level list. Okay. Okay, now let's go and do. So first adalah kita punya heading 1 di mana kita akan menggunakan tak ada nombor, no numbers. Kita klik more. And link level to star. So level ni kita akan link kepada heading 1. And kalau kita tengok position dia dalam dokumen, memang tak ada number alignment. So number memang dekat kosong. Okay, text index pun adalah kosong sebab dia tak menggunakan any numbers. Sebab dia tak ada nombor, kita nak pastikan teks untuk abstract ataupun TOC adalah dekat tepi dan dia punya index untuk dia start adalah di kosong. Okay, that's one. Number two adalah kita punya 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 which is your introduction or your literature review methodology and so on. So for that you can have this. Level to link is heading 2. And numbers, if you want to use 1 point, you can use 1 point. And sometimes in assignment, kalau assignment dia akan menggunakan 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Okay, you can use that. Kalau di dalam thesis, dia tak adalah yang kosong ni. So kita boleh buang. And here, if you look at here, number align adalah di kosong. And text dia pun ada tab 0.5. So depending the size lah, kalau nak besar sikit tab daripada nombor, kita boleh letak 0.75. So di antara nombor dan juga tulisan, kat sini boleh nampak di screen berapa banyak space kita nak. So kalau nak 0.5 boleh letak 0.5, kalau nak 0.75 kita boleh letak 0.75. Okay. Heading 3 is a bit I say a bit tricky sebab heading 3 kita depending on heading 2. Semua numbering untuk heading 3 is depending on heading 2. So level to link adalah heading 3. Okay. And bila kita datang sini, numbers of course kita akan menggunakan 1. Okay, yang ini adalah pergerakan nombor untuk heading 3. Artinya yang kat belakang ni, 1, 2, 3. So yang kat depan ni kita nak control mengikut heading 2. So apa yang kita buat ialah kita akan bawa cursor kita kat depan. pastikan cursor blink kat depan. Include level number 2 and put a dot. So the first one will be level 2 and this will be the current heading 3 level. So yang ni kita boleh buang. Yang tutup sama. Yang ni adalah kosong. This is 5. And you will see that it will be like this. Okay, kita dah set. So buat masa ni kita ada 3 sahaja. So saya hanya tunjuk 3. Okay. And can you see here the changes that take place in your headings? Heading 1.
Nampak Doktor?
Heading 1 memang tak ada apa-apa numbers. Heading 2 ada 1 point. Dan heading 3 adalah this one lah, what we call as our sub. Okay. So this one saya akan jadikan normal balik. So saya akan reduce sikit size. Okay, to show. Okay, so now we have set the styles and we set the numbering multi-level and kita linkkan pada style. So see ya, kita buat style dulu. Lepas tu kita buat multi-level list. Kemudian kita map ataupun linkkan multi-level list tu kepada styles yang kita akan guna. So automatically ke atas akan berubah. So saya save my document. Okay. Okay, let's say this is front cover lah. Let's say this is front cover. So let's say this is front cover. Saya tak ubah apa-apa dalam front, saya biarkan yang ini dalam front cover. Okay, sementara. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to create our content. So how we going to create our content? Selepas front cover, okay, we will have the next page, which is abstract. So to control the page, we have breaks. Kita ada break, kita ada 2 jenis break. One is page break, another one is session break. So I'm very sure quite number of you never use these breaks. So under layouts, kita ada satu page break, another one is session breaks. So what is the difference between page break and session break? Okay, perbezaan dia ialah page break akan mengikut format yang kita tetapkan dekat atas. Contoh, page numbering dia akan ikut, layout yang kita guna dia ikut, semua page setup kita yang berada di page sebelum, apabila kita buat page break dia akan ikut. So page break is when you want to break your content. So it uses the same layout and you want to break the content. Itu adalah page break. Session break ialah apabila kita nak break sesuatu dokumen sebab kita nak control page numbering. So example, in your document, front cover doesn't use any numbers. Abstract menggunakan nombor tapi dia akan menggunakan Roman letters. Times New Roman pun sama, dia akan menggunakan Roman letters. Okay, content, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, so on until referencing, dia akan menggunakan normal numbering. So eventually in your document, you should have multiple sections inside. So like example now, I have a front cover. Okay, I have a front cover. So what I do, when I see at the bottom here, this is section 1. So let's say kalau anda tak nampak lah, katalah tak nampak section ni, you just go down to the toolbar, right click and just enable section. So yang status bar dekat bawah ni, kalau anda tak nampak section, so just enable the section. Okay, under status bar down, right click, section. Kalau saya disable, by default memang tak nampak dekat bawah. So saya kena right click dekat bawah, enable section. So dia nampak lah section. So what I'm going to do is now table my front cover dengan abstract saya nak break. Saya tak akan guna page break sebab front cover tidak menggunakan any numbering and my abstract akan menggunakan Roman. So it's two different format. So saya akan breakkan dia sebagai section. So nampak di sini dia set sebagai section 2. Di atas section 1. So I reduce the size a bit to show. My page 1 front cover uses section 1 and my second page uses section 2. So this is abstract. Okay, when you want to do abstract, you highlight abstract. So abstract akan menggunakan star 1. So when I enter, nampak tak? Abstract, wait I enlarge a bit. Abstract saya dah highlight, saya buat sebagai heading 1. Saya dah enter je, automatically anda tak perlu pergi tukar kat sini. Dia automatically tukar pada Times New Roman. Kalau sebelum ni, selepas anda buat format untuk abstract, enter, dia akan balik kepada format yang asal. So you have to tukar bold dan juga size dia. So here automatically it is done sebab kita dah format dalam document. So that is abstract. So after abstract, the next page what you have? Table of content. So table of content now, disebabkan abstract dengan table of content akan menggunakan numbering yang sama, iaitu Roman. So kita akan buat break page. Why page? Sebab dia menggunakan format yang sama. So kita akan gunakan page break. Dan di page yang ketiga, masih dalam section 2, saya akan buat table of content. Dan table of content saya akan menggunakan heading 1.
Oh Dr. Ana, saya ni punya kusyuk tengok tak perasan dah nak pukul 11. So Dr. Ana, would you like to continue with the table of content ataupun nak rehat dulu? Kita masih ada lagi 2 minit sebelum pukul 11.
Okay, maybe saya habiskan part ni sekejap, lagi 2-3 minit.
Alright Dr. Ana, sure.
Okay, so sekarang kalau anda tengok front cover saya di sini, okay, dalam section 1, abstract dalam section 2. Okay, so you akan tulis your abstract inside here. And then you have your table of content. Yang ini kita akan automate kan. Nanti selepas break saya akan tunjuk kita akan automate kan. Then you have your chapter 1, right? So chapter 1 sekarang kita akan menggunakan break, tapi kita akan guna section break. Kenapa? Table of content dia menggunakan Roman letters. So but your content it's going to use normal numbering. So what we're going to do is kita going to insert, kita buat break, kita akan buat section. So dia akan duduk dalam section dan dia adalah chapter 1. Okay, introduction. Saya highlight. Saya pergi pada home, saya letak sebagai heading 1. So kita dah buat break section kan. So kita nak scroll up and down, navigation sangat susah sebab semakin lama semakin banyak kita akan tambah, right?
Betul.
So what we do is we go to view, kita enable navigation pane. So dengan ini kita boleh navigate dalam dokumen dengan mudah.
Oh.
So pergi pada view, enable navigation page. So this is to navigate your document. So you boleh ada 10 chapter, 10 topik. So you can navigate dengan mudah. So I think Ju, we can take a break now and then I will come back and recap a bit and then we will start.
Alright, Dr. Ana. Saya pun tak sabar ni. Itulah tak sedar dah nak pukul 11, teruja sangat. So to the rest of our viewers, please stay tuned with us. Semasa rehat kita akan ada peralihan jurubahasa isyarat yang kedua. And thank you so much Puan Hafidah. Okay, stay tuned guys. Hi, welcome back to all. Juga selamat datang kepada jurubahasa isyarat bahasa isyarat kita yang kedua, Puan Haryanti. Tanpa melengahkan masa, saya rasa semua pun dah tak sabar untuk ketahui dengan lebih lanjut pemformatan word processing. So Dr. Ana?
Yes, I'm going to share the screen. Okay, welcome back. Let's continue the session, and kita stop tadi di bahagian navigation. So sebelum kita pergi pada break, kita dah tengok bagaimana nak set styles dan bagaimana kita nak add multi-level list and linkkan multi-level list kepada styles kita. Dan kita dah juga setkan semua dokumen kita bergantung kepada styles. Dan juga telah pun belajar bagaimana nak buat navigation dalam dokumen. Okay. So next what we're going to do is I will show you on how the page numbering going to look like. Kepada siapa yang eager nak tahu kenapa kita buat section break ni, why we need to do a session break, kenapa kita tak buat normal break, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add numbering. So we're going to insert. So untuk kita masukkan page number, we have to click at insert number, and kita ambil bottom page, and kita akan letak ikut format yang dikehendaki. So saya dah letak. Okay, apabila kita insert page, what happen is by default kalau anda tengok dia akan ikut nombor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dan so on. So yang ini kita kena modify balik sebab Microsoft Word will not detect the section. So you have to enable the section dalam Word. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my cursor to page 1. Kita jangan buat apa-apa dulu. Kita tinggalkan page 1, the cover. Kita pergi pada abstract. Kita click on abstract. Pergi pada insert. Page number. Format. Kita nak reformat. Reformat. Okay, apabila kita format, di sini kita nampak page, number format kita kena guna Roman lah sebab guna abstract menggunakan Roman. And kita tak nak continue from previous session, kita nak buat new. 1, 2, 3 and dia akan menggunakan numbering yang kita dah set. Okay. So you see here, your front cover memang 1, biar je. Kemudian kita ada abstract. Roman 1, table of content, Roman 2, dan apabila pergi pada introduction, dia 3. Okay, so yang ini kita kena ubah. Introduction sepatutnya adalah 1. So kita pergi pada page number, format, 1, 2, 3, jangan continue tapi start with 1. So you will notice that it is 1. So dalam satu dokumen sekarang, kita ada front cover, kita ada abstract. Roman 1, table of content. Roman 2, and introduction 1. So all this is possible jika anda buat format dalam section. So when you break your document into section, it is possible for you to control the format numbers. So kalau anda tak break section, memang tak boleh control the number formatting. So this is important to understand the difference between page and section break. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we already have introduction. So kita akan tambah lagi sub. Okay, sub maksudnya kita nak buat project. Project background. Problem statement. Okay, saya tak buat problem statement dulu Okay, saya nak tunjuk. Saya buat objektif dulu. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this dan saya akan setkan dia sebagai heading 3 sebab dia memang heading 3. Dia akan baca sebagai 1.1. So kemudian kita ada objektif dan objektif saya highlight dan saya akan letak sebagai heading 3. So dia akan baca sebagai 1.2. In between, katalah anda dah buat dokumen dan tertinggal satu sub. So you boleh tambah in between. Highlight. Heading. Nampak? Dia automatically renumber. So kita tak perlu reformat balik. So it will automatically reformat according to the number, according to the ranking. So it detects 1, 2, 3. So this is the beauty if you use the styles and multi-level list di dalam document. So this is also will make your life easier, especially kalau anda ada beratus muka surat, especially those who doing thesis. Kalau tengok sini, you can navigate. Okay. So now we have added all the headings. Sekarang kita akan masukkan content di dalam. So apabila kita masukkan content di dalam, of course as what I said, content can be in the form of text. So kalau text, Grammarly will help you a lot sebab Grammarly will help you to check the grammars and also help you to check the spellings. So katakanlah kita ada content dalam bentuk table ataupun figures. So if you want to generate dalam bentuk table, so you can insert table. And untuk table, kita kena ada caption. Dan caption juga boleh dibuat dengan mudah jika anda menggunakan automated. So di mana katalah anda menggunakan caption untuk table, boleh pergi kepada reference. Pergi pada reference, insert caption. So di sini kita boleh decide kalau kita nak guna table, figure or equation. So saya akan gunakan table. Dan untuk table kita boleh ada numbering. So kalau kita nak guna include, sebab some format dia akan include chapter. So kalau anda perlukan chapter di mana controller dia adalah heading 1 chapter, anda boleh buat sebegini. So dia akan baca ikut chapter. Chapter 1 table 1, chapter 2 table 1. So depending on the format that is required. So yang ini numbering kita boleh control according to the requirement. So kalau requirement tak ada chapter number, jangan include. Sebab kadang-kadang assignment biasa tidak memerlukan chapter number. Tapi kalau anda membuat thesis, anda perlu masukkan chapter number Dan anda kena pastikan chapter number, running number dekat mana. Kalau heading 1, then separator dia kena guna dash atau colon ataupun hyphen, yang tu pun anda kena check. Dan okay. Then click on okay. Okay. Sorry, bukan heading 1 heading 2. Caption, numbering, heading 2. Heading 2, colon, okay. Okay. Sebab heading 1 kita adalah tanpa nombor tadi. Heading 1 adalah heading yang kita guna untuk abstract, table of content dan juga references. Heading 2 is the one we use chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Sebab tu tadi saya dapat kosong. Sebab tak ada numbering. So now it is correct. So then you can put the title for the head ni. So let's say you want to have a style that is set for the caption. You go to home, cari caption, right click, modify, format, font, Times New Roman, then black, regular, okay, paragraph. So katalah kita nak alignment dia dekat center, kita buat center terus. Okay. Okay. So nampak tak? Dia set automatically. So kita tak perlu buat, dia akan buat terus. So kalau anda tambah any table on top of this table 1, insert. Katalah saya tambah satu lagi table. Reference, insert caption. Okay. So boleh nampak tak? Can you see this? So the table that we inserted before table 1 becomes table 1 and the earlier table become table 2. So because kita menggunakan automation dalam reporting, the numbering also changes according to the automation we have set. So yang ini pun akan memudahkan dalam penulisan anda sebab setiap kali tak ada problem numbering, dia akan automatically tukar.
Yelah, betul lah. Bagus sangat.
Memang bagus kalau kita gunakan automation.
Yeah.
Kalau tak guna automation memang susah.
Bagus. Menangis nak buat format.
Ya, betul. Okay, next. Katalah kita ada diagram. Image kan, kita selalu insert picture, okay, insert, okay, so gambar yang kita add dalam dokumen kita, okay, example, gambar yang kita set dalam dokumen, gambar ni apabila kita guna untuk reporting, once you insert dalam format, anda boleh guna a lot of things lah. Ada banyak features, styles yang anda boleh guna. Okay, you can use if you want. There's a lot of styles here. Another one more important thing that you can use, adjust. Adjust color. If you want to adjust color, you want to do any correction to the image that you have added, you can also do that. So one feature on the color is transparent. So kadang-kadang gambar yang kita guna ada background, kita nak remove, kita boleh set transparent color dia macam ni. So dia akan remove semua color yang transparent dekat dalam. Nampak color transparent. So this option you can also use for your signature. Sebab sekarang kebanyakan dokumen atau form yang anda hantar kepada pensyarah, anda perlu sign kan. So apabila you already sign digitally and once you enter, scan, put inside, anda akan nampak macam grey kat tepi, di tengah-tengah ada signature. So that can be overcome. What you can do is you enter your signature inside, click, and then you pergi pada format, click pada color, set transparent color. So what happen is, what is the color that you want to be transparent? Macam contoh saya pilih grey ni. So any grey di dalam image ini akan dijadikan sebagai transparent. Macam ni. Dia akan tukar. So you can use that. Okay. So this is if you are using any image ataupun picture dalam dokumen, anda dah snap tapi nak buat editing, pergi pada format, basic editing can be done here. You can adjust some effects, you can do some correction, and you can also remove background. So kalau ada background yang anda nak remove, also you can remove the background inside here. Okay, so saya dah set. Okay, then okay, so it will be removed. So yang ni pun anda boleh buat. So you can remove background and then select the areas and then mark area to keep. You boleh mark. So keep changes. So this is also possible in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word doesn't only allow you to edit Word, but you can do a basic editing in image kalau you nak guna. So let's say you already have this and you nak buat caption for this. You go back to home, align to center. So kita akan buat caption. So ingat caption untuk diagram atau image, caption dia adalah di bawah. Untuk teks, caption dia adalah di atas. So dia ikut format. Format of required format for table and also for the image. So di sini saya akan masuk pada reference balik, insert caption, and saya akan tukar kepada figures and numbering. Dia akan include chapter dan saya akan gunakan heading. Kenapa heading tu? Heading tu kita adalah controller untuk chapter sekarang. Dan saya guna semicolon, okay, okay. So can you see? So this is how you do it. So nampak tak? Dia punya format ni, dia akan ikut caption punya format. Saya tak perlu buat pun, dia dah automatically set. Times New Roman 10 sebab kita dah set dalam caption. Dan caption ni hanya akan muncul apabila saya guna caption. So selagi saya tak guna caption, if you try to open your Microsoft Word now and you see memang tak ada. Sebab apa? Anda belum gunakan caption lagi. So once you use the caption, then you come here and modify the styles. Then it will follow accordingly. Similar to table, so if you have another one more katalah image on top, you insert any other image, another image that you want to include inside. Okay. Go to reference back, insert caption. I'm using figure, okay. Okay. So this is 1.1 and bottom becomes 1.2. So it will be auto, what we call auto renamed, auto numbered back. So you have the numbering. So your content can be in the form of text, can be in the form of tables, can be in the form of figures. All this can be automated in the form of numbering for your figures and tables if you use the caption. Okay, the next content that you might have will be on equations. So equations selalunya digunakan oleh student science, maths, those who have to include some equation. So when you go under insert, there will be symbols. And you see that some basic equations given there. So let's say for so let's say if I do like this. So if you want to add equation in the text, you go to equation, you add, and you see that it will be added. And so there's properties for equations. Or you want to add it as equation by itself. You want to insert as an equation similar to your tables or similar to your figures. You can also put insert new equation, and you can type your equation here. Okay, you can change whether you want to put in center, left, right, or you want to put it in inline text. You can also do that. So if you want to have your equation to be named, then you can just go in reference again, and you put caption, and you can have your equations. Same thing, you can have your numbering, include chapter. So this is if you want to have equations in the form of similar to numbers like tables and figures. Yang ni you boleh buat. So bila anda buat insert equation, if the equation is not appearing, you can add new labels. So under new labels, you can also add new labels to add in. So basic student akan guna tables and also figures. Tapi kalau anda nak guna selain daripada table dan juga figures, you can also add some new labels inside. You can do that. Something like this. Okay, you can do like this. Okay, so next what I want to show is we already look into the content. So if you have a content and you want to do referencing for your content, like example, you have something, a definition. Okay, so let's say you have your content in the form of text, table, figures, and so on, yes. But now you want to do referencing. So if you want to do referencing, remember I told you you have to install Mendeley. So once you install Mendeley, I will show you how Mendeley looks like. Mendeley is actually totally a new training by itself, but I will show you very quickly. Remember your email just now. Make sure you remember, because once you install the desktop, you need to have your login email that you have used. It will take a bit time because it's linking your online account to your desktop. So just wait for a while. So once it's linked, okay, I created a dummy account to show you how it looks. So this is how your Mendeley account will look like. So once you log in, you will have empties. Kenapa kosong? Sebab memang you haven't add any literature review document yet. Okay.
Kak Ana, there's a question. Fungsi ni sama tak ataupun boleh tak juga digunakan di Google Doc?
Tak boleh. Google Doc dia ada limitation. But you can use, if you're using Office 365 account can. Google Doc dia ada limitation. So certain features memang tak boleh guna.
Alright. Thank you.
Okay. So once you log in inside here under tools, you have to install the Word plugin. So once you install Word plugin, baru anda akan dapat lihat dalam referencing di sini. So apabila install Mendeley Desktop, once you install Mendeley Desktop, go to tool, click and install plugin. Then it will be installed inside your Word plugin. Okay. Then you can do a literature search in your Mendeley Desktop itself. And you can save the referencing. And or another option is you will be going to Google Scholar. Okay, under Google Scholar, so once you have opened and read the document, let's say this is the document that you want to cite. You click on cite. The option will be a lot because that is depending on the format. Mendeley uses refman. Mendeley uses refman. So once you enter the reference inside, you go to your Mendeley desktop. You can see this is entered inside. Okay, like this one, I added using the search. And this gamification in theory and action, I added through Google Scholar. So you have two ways. One, you can do using Mendeley itself, or you can also use the search here. Okay, let's say you have some document that you want to bring in. You can also bring in, if you have your other formats. If you have other formats that you want to bring in, you can also bring in inside here. Okay, so I will minimize this. I will go back to Word. Assuming now you have installed your Mendeley desktop, you have saved all your references, and you have installed the plugin. So now your plugin is available here. So now what I do is for my referencing, I have to decide the format that I'm using. So if you are using your APA, you can use your APA format, and it will be changed to APA. So what I will do is now I want to link this particular definition to my literature. Insert citation. If I know the name of paper, I can type. Or if I know the name of author also, I can type. So I choose the definition. Okay. So it will be added automatically inside my document. So this is very easy. One single click, you can add your referencing inside. So how about my bibliography? So when I go down to the bottom, so now I have one more page. So this is my references. This uses the heading 1. I enter. So let's say if I want to insert my bibliography, I go back to reference, insert bibliography, it will be added in. So it will follow exactly the format that you have that is required by APA will be added. So what if the student asks, suddenly you add more reference. So as you add more reference on top, you can also add more than one. So like this, you have 2 papers that you linked. And when you go down, the bibliography will be adding automatically according to the format. That means you don't need to arrange. It will be added accordingly. So if you switch the format from APA to IEEE, the format of your references also changes. So as a student, those who are doing reports, you need to have this tool, Mendeley, because this will be very useful. This is free, yeah? Free, you can use, no need to pay, is open source. It uses cloud, so memang everything stored in the cloud. You can install in many computer, you can have a laptop, you can have your desktop, you can install, it reads and sync the file accordingly. So because it saves in cloud, okay? So you see here, now I have abstract, I have table of content, I have my chapters ready, my references. Okay, so now since our document is ready, I'm going to show you how you're going to insert the table of content. So I will go back up again. Enter. So I go to reference, table of content. So I choose the format. And you see it is added. Yang ni kita boleh tukar lah nanti accordingly. So and this can be updated anytime.
Dah tanah sekali lagi.
Okay, saya buang ni balik. So sekarang I dah ada all the formatting is done.
Alright.
So what I do, I go to references.
Okay.
And then I go to my table of content here. I put my cursor here. Okay. And then I go to table of content and then I use the format lah. Sebab kalau kita nak custom boleh, tapi saya ambil yang ada lah, dah ada. And automatically it added in. So yang ni kita boleh tukar nanti. Kita boleh tukar dia punya size. Manually kita boleh tukar lah. So, and when you right click, you can always update. Jika ada update dalam page number ke ataupun update dalam topics yang kita tambah. Okay, kita tambah additional topics. Example, kita tambah additional one topic. So when I go to table of content, I just update field, entire table, so dia akan tambah automatically.
Alright, nampak.
So it is automatically added lah inside. Okay, so another thing that I want to highlight here is, okay, when you're doing, in your document, most of the time you will have some repeating words that's always appearing. So we want to do it very quickly. Like example, let's say, what is that? Like example, online learning lah. Online learning, you want to use every time you don't want to type online learning, because every time you want to type, it takes time because you're going to type longer. So any repeating word that's going to be used throughout your document, what you can do is there's one feature what we call as autocorrect that can be enabled in your file. Options, proofing, autocorrect options, and here example I put OL, online learning, add, and you see I have two here, OKS and OL. Okay, okay, so when I want to type, I just put OL space. OKS space.
So you don't have to retype again and again and again.
And again and again and again. This is all typing fast, meaning that these are the words that you're going to use throughout your document. And when you talk about thesis or report, you have a title. And that particular word will be repeated and repeated many times. Takkan kita nak type every time. So it's time consuming.
Yeah.
So kita nak buat cepat, kita ada banyak idea. So what you do, the most commonly used words, tak kisahlah berapa, 50 ke 100 ke apa ke, you add je kat dalam. So whatever you think that's going to be used, frequently you just add it in. Then every time you just put like this. Nampak? Tengok dia punya ni pun bertukar ikut how we set. Like example, I use small O, small L. It decides that it's full stop. After that, supposed to be capital. If I do this, you see, it detects. So dia akan detect. Maksudnya kalau saya buat online learning OL, walaupun saya buat kecil macam ni, disebabkan dia selepas nokta saya space. Tadi detect, tiba-tiba tak detect.
Dia saja je nak menguji tu.
Okay. And then OL macam ni. So this is how. Kalau you guna semua capital macam ni. Sama juga. So I'm using OKS. Tengok. OKS. So it detects. Kalau I guna semua capital, dia akan detect sebagai semua capital. So that's the thing, beauty about automation. It detects the type of letters or wordings that we are using. So it will capital according to our requirement. So this is also will be very useful for students. Kalau you nak guna lah. So I repeat again, dekat mana? Di dalam file, option, proofing, auto correct. Di sini. So katalah ada benda-benda yang kita rasa kita tak nak, kita boleh delete. Kadang-kadang there will be some auto correction that don't need it, or it sometimes disturb your writing. You can also change it. So it's here. Everything is here. You can check and you can add, you can replace and so on. Okay, just hang on. I want to show another one more thing here. This autocorrect is done. Okay, Most of the time, student having problem on saving. Ramai yang lupa save. So by default dalam Microsoft Word dia akan auto save dalam 10 minit.
Every 10 minutes ya.
Yes. Tapi kalau you rasa you tak nak 10 minit, you nak tukar dia ke 5 minit boleh. And di mana anda akan recover the document, katalah tiba-tiba anda sedang buat shutdown dalam desktop, tiba-tiba blackout. So file tak tahu dekat mana, the last save. So anda boleh check di bawah file, option, ada save, boleh nampak dekat mana sebenarnya dia punya document. So this is how you check. So this happens to students most of the time. So keep the last auto save version if I close without saving. So walaupun anda tidak save, dia akan masih simpan di dalam lokasi ni. Yang ni sangat penting, setting ni. Default dah ada, tapi kadang-kadang student dia suka tukar, then setting ni semua lari. So just make sure that this setting is enabled every 10 minutes or 5 minutes, up to you. So by default is 10 minutes and format yang dia save dan lokasi dia. Okay. So I'm just closing this. So now we have a very, of course this is a dummy document, right? So there's one thing, one issue here. Dekat front cover ada nombor. Front cover ni ada nombor, nampak tak? Sebab sekarang kita nak buat satu dokumen, satu assignment, satu dokumen, satu thesis. Kita tak nak buat macam sebelum ni. Front cover satu page. Table of content 1 page. We don't want that. We want one document, one assignment, one report, one thesis. Okay? Betul. So dalam dokumen ni, isu yang pertama yang selalunya yang kita tak boleh buat ialah yang ni. Yang page number ni. So what usually I will suggest my student is, kadang-kadang kita kena tipu juga application. So saya akan masuk insert, saya akan letak satu cover di sini dan saya akan guna fill outline, no outline, fill putih. Kalau you kata no fill, dia akan appear lah kan, kita kena ambil putih. So dia akan tutup. So bila dia tutup, nampak tak? Front cover you ada, tapi number memang tak detail lah bila print.
Trik sangat.
Kan? Betul tak?
Betul.
Kita lagi pandai daripada komputer sebenarnya.
Sebab tu human touch tetap kena ada.
Ya, yeah, betul. Sebab tu we are more smarter actually than the computers. Okay. So okay, let's another one that I want to show also. Okay, let's say I want to put my objective lah, let's say my objective. I want to put it in the form of, sekarang semua portrait kan, saya nak satu page ni landscape. Kan, saya nak page ni landscape sebab kadang-kadang apabila kita buat dalam finding our tables, we want one table to be in landscape mode. Yeah. So what we do is, in this case, kita akan breakkan 1.3 ni duduk dekat section yang berasingan. So what we do, we break kita section and then I will go again, I break section. Okay. Then numbering dia, format balik. Sorry, insert, page number, format, continue from previous session. So 2, 3, yang ini pun kita balik kepada the next one, pastikan number, continue from previous session. So you see here now, your 1.3 is located in a different section, 1.2 different, and 1.4 is different. So what I will do, 1.3, I will change my layout to landscape. So yang sebelum portrait, landscape, portrait.
Dia takkan follow
Takkan follow sebab dia duduk dekat section yang berasingan. Satu yang ini kena duduk dalam section yang berasingan. Contoh 1.3 is at section 4. 1.2 it is section 3. 1.4 here section 5. So artinya dia kena duduk dekat betul-betul section yang asing. Satu muka surat tu. Kalau you ada lebih daripada satu, then that two need to be in a different section. So bila anda print, kalau anda nak print dalam bentuk portrait, so yang ini what you do, usually I will tell my student again, the best option will be close your page number again. Okay, close your page number, you print this out, nanti letak dalam portrait, print nombor sahaja untuk page ni. So let's say bila you print, you tak boleh lah dalam thesis letak nombor tu dari atas, semua dekat bawah kan. Selalunya table lah kan, table kita dalam bentuk ni selalunya. So bila kita nak print, kita tutupkan page number ni. So we print everything out, then reprint again only that particular pages lah. Masukkan balik.
Faham.
So macam mana you print balik? You buatlah new document macam ni. Then yang ini you insertkan page number. Guna format sama. Then yang ini letaklah page number apa kita nak. Kalau nak tukar format boleh je pergi pada insert number. So let's say should be 4. So you have 4. So print and reprint again. So when you reprint, you only print the number. So these are the techniques actually you can actually use to print.
A bit manual tapi helpful lah.
Dia memang kena buat manual sebab requirement on thesis macam tu. Bila student buat thesis, page number tak boleh duduk kat sini, dia kena duduk kat bawah.
Ya.
So bukan semua, selalunya dekat finding. Dia sebenarnya student ada masalah dekat finding sebab finding dia selalunya dalam bentuk macam ni, table dia besar sikit. So untuk finding sahaja mungkin dia akan ada dalam, I think most also about 4 to 5 pages. So this can be done manually, only the page numbers. Okay, so I think I have covered all. So today's session, we look into word plugin, kita discuss about Grammarly and also Mendeley. And I did go through on the page setup why you need to have A4 sebab apabila anda print, printer anda di-set sebagai A4. So kalau anda guna A3, margin akan lari. So bila hantar dekat IPSIS ke dekat faculty, bila diletak, dia check ruler memang tak lepas lah. So and then we look into styles, multi-level list, macam mana kita nak tagkan heading number to the styles. And then I also discussed the difference between page number and page section break. You need section break when you want to control on the page number, page layouts. You need to have section break. Page break will follow accordingly. And how you want to navigate easily, sebab kalau you ada 100 of pages, it's very difficult for you to navigate. You enable the navigation. Autocorrect is very important for you to type. So kalau you nak type fast, autocorrect is the best options. And then how you want to change the page orientation in the middle. And then auto captions for your equation, tables and figures. And lastly, we discuss on table of contents and also your front cover. I think that's all, Ju, from me. So I hope so students has gained some tips and also knowledge on how to use Word faster now compared to previously. Automate your process, automate your writing, make your life easier by using Microsoft Word. And Ju, if I have any question, I can take some questions if students ask any questions.
I suppose no question. Last kali ada yang submit meow. Mungkin Teruja sangat ni, banyak input baru dari saya viewers yang bertanyakan tentang slide. Kita tiada slide sharing hari ni sebab everything is hands on, tapi sekiranya anda masih lagi memerlukan all the knowledge shared by Dr. Ana, mungkin you boleh mainkan semula video kita pada hari ini because all the videos are still available dekat UiTM YouTube channel. Alright. So Dr. Ana bukan student sahaja, actually me myself, I learn a lot. Okay, and Alhamdulillah Allah izinkan semuanya. Thank you once again to the rest of the viewers kerana sudi menemani kami. Sangat bermanfaat dan thank you Dr. Ana once again for such a fruitful session. So selepas ni like Dr. Ana said, kita boleh ramai-ramai automatekan our report dan kepada semua penonton kita di mana saja anda berada, terima kasih kerana setia bersama kami. Saya doakan agar kesemua anda dikurniakan pemahaman dan dapat mengembangkan bakat anda dalam dunia penulisan dan juga pembelajaran. Terima kasih juga buat jurahli bahasa, rakan sekerja kami dari Jabatan Komunikasi UiTM, Encik Khaizir Kamarun, tak lupa juga Encik Hilman. Jangan lupa semua untuk follow FB Unit Perkhidmatan OKU UiTM, juga subscribe UiTM YouTube channel dan seterusnya menekan butang reminder bagi mengikuti siri webinar kami yang akan datang. Selamat menyambut tahun baru. Moga 2021 ada sinar baharu buat kita semua. Saya menyusun 10 jari kerana setiap kekilafan itu adalah milik saya sendiri. Stay safe everyone. May Allah bless you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.